All right, so I am here with Rob Lazic, who is the Ability and Aged Business Manager of genU. And genU was originally Kringle St. Lawrence. Good morning, Rob. How are you?
Good morning.
Fantastic. I suppose to start with, can you give us a bit of a rundown of genU and the services they offer?
Yeah, so genU is a fairly large non-for-profit. We're one of, I suppose, 3 or 4 big ones in Australia. So our business and our branches nationally, we cover pretty much most states except for Northern Territory and Tasmania. So we're really well known for our disability services. So genU, or Kringle St. Lawrence as previously known, we do everything from support coordination. We offer accommodation, SDA housing, respite, day activities, aged care, which we're becoming a little bit more synonymous with. So through the aged care programs, we're offering things such as home care packages, allied health, residential retirement living, and the Commonwealth Home Support Program. We also own a job network and employment services division called Matchworks. We have a training arm as well, and finally we own a recruitment business as well called IPA Personnel. So we are a lot of things. Hence why we went from, I suppose, rebranding from Kringle St. Lawrence to genU to, I suppose, be a little bit more up with the times in the sense of our branding.
Well, it's very people focused, isn't it? The whole
Correct.
business. You look at the breadth of what you're doing, and it's people are always at the heart of everything that genU does, and we've certainly experienced that.
It's not just about the technology; it's also how it can assist our business. So, I suppose our overview of Lumin is it's been able to solve a lot of issues for us, particularly around that social isolation and the connectivity. And Lumin to us was just an absolute no-brainer. We get approached weekly by technology companies offering a lot of services. But what we found with Lumin, I think, was Paul, your ability and your team's ability to, I suppose, listen to what we need as a business, not just what the consumer wants, and the adaptability of solving needs for our business and clients is ultimately the reason why we've gone with Lumin.
The conversation with people, even 6 months ago was very, very different, because now people are, all of us have experienced isolation and we've felt it at our very core. And I think the empathy that people have now for people who have been living this way for potentially years, I think there's a much deeper understanding. So I suppose if you could talk a little bit about COVID and the role of technology.
We're starting to get some feedback around how simple it is to use. And, if I've got a problem, I can pick up a phone and I can ring someone. I've been shown how to use it from the first day, and that's made it a lot easier for me. So you look at a home care package case manager where a lot of their time is spent in the car face-to-face, but prior to COVID, there's a real opportunity now that we could use that as a business changer, in that, while someone might be in Horsham and the case manager might live in Bendigo, you're saving 4 or 5 hours of road travel and overnight costs and things like that as well that are associated with travel. So yes, you're spot on, and I think that's where we're seeing it head to, that this could become a real impactful way for us to do business going forward. So yeah, there's so many different things that it's done. So it's exciting, and I think the other part of it is we're probably seeing people now that have been distant from their loved ones. Like you said, regionally, I live in Warrnambool, I live in Geelong. Well, it's great. I can now connect in with mum and dad and have a really great conversation. I can see them, whereas previously I haven't.
We've created a very simple way for families and providers to be able to communicate with their family and their carers. But, genU has just taken it up a level, and we're learning so much. But a couple of examples that we've done with genU.
Probably the one we're most excited about is the piano bar experience. So for those out there that aren't aware, we've got a great little live cabaret business here in Geelong called the Piano Bar, and post-COVID, lines were out the door for people to get into this venue, and they do live music, and it's an amazing organisation. And the idea sort of stemmed from they were doing their own Facebook Live themes, during COVID, and we got this idea that how could we maybe use Lumin to offer a similar type of offering. So with a little bit of discussion and negotiation, and with your business too, Paul, we're able to sort of put this together pretty quickly, in that we could have them live in their own venue, playing live music, streaming it through the Lumin device, and people sitting in their own lounge room. And some of the feedback has been absolutely amazing. We've had people literally, changing their whole mindset and their social outlook. I can't believe that something like this is now available, and I never thought that I could listen to live music in my home. And what we're seeing now is that this is becoming a common theme. So we've gained that trust in the product, and our consumers also have that trust. From a business perspective, which I'll touch on quickly, is just even being able to do some quick pulse surveys. So with the ability to send out a bulk message where we can gain some really valuable feedback from our consumers around what they want to see, what they want to hear. Things like that we've never had that capability previously. So that's also transforming our business practice in being able to get that really quick response, but collating data and information to use that to service our clients better going forward. I think what we're finding is that as this thing evolves, we're going to be able to do a lot more with it, from not just from a client-facing perspective, but also from a business perspective as well.
You and your team have found an amazing way to leverage it. And when you think about it, you've got the live events, which so you can broadcast live onto the Lumin screen, and it's really easy for your customers to access that just with 2 clicks. You've got the messaging, which you spoke about, with the managed replies. Now you're doing group video calls, which is like easy Zoom, where the client, all they have to do is just answer a call, and there's a volunteers program that's kicking off. We're doing some training actually after this call.
The majority of our clients that utilise our volunteering services are here in Victoria. However, they can now be serviced through Queensland or New South Wales through an interactive social call that wouldn't have been possible previously. Generationally, the older cohort of person hasn't taken this seriously in the past, because they felt like it was so hard to use. But I think now we're going to see a real swing around people seeing the benefits of how easy it is, and that like you said, it's just a push of a button or two, and there's always someone there available to help me troubleshoot if I get stuck.
Rob, I really have to say, you took a leap of faith. We're a relatively young company in the business, and as I said, I respect the fact that you get approached all the time. I really genuinely appreciate you championing Lumin to the business, and working with us to create that outcome. So, Robert Lazic from genU, thank you so much for your time this morning. It's been fantastic, and for your ongoing support of the product.
Absolute pleasure, Paul, and we look forward to continuing the relationship beyond the current means. I think it's exciting what's happening, and I think I can just see it expanding through our entire business. So thank you to you and your team as well.
Good stuff. Thanks so much for your time.
All right. Thanks.
There's people with incredible stuff. Sorry, Rob, just one sec.
You're right.
Can you get the dogs? Don't know how we're going to cut that, but anyway.
That's all right.
They started wrestling each other on the floor.